many scenarios where he's trying to do like that run up there, right? To get the
Yeah,
combo
yeah.
started. But let's stop talking about that because we are going right into our next set. It is Susu versus Raru.
Yeah, Susu on a bit of a run here on this Steve. 3-2 wins over T and Shuton in order to make it to winner semifinals. But Raru, uh, he's really, really good at beating Steve and really good at understanding the win condition against Steve, against playing against Steve, is oftentimes just not the same as playing any other game of Super Smash Bros.
Yeah, he has a lot of experience, of course, against like the best Steves in the entire world, and we just saw it there. Only 26% taken in. If you looked at this matchup 6 months, a year ago, you would have said this is like unwinnable for Luigi. There's nothing he can do. And look where we are now. The Luigi Renaissance.
Just keeps on going, especially when once players like Raru really started to understand, like, oh, I'm trying to play Smash Brothers. I should stop trying to do that. I don't need more than one hit. I don't need to just try and be in this platformy, like movement-based blender. I can just press a couple safe aerials, back airs, rising forward airs, Zair and Fireball, and maximize my opportunities once I get them, but never push for anything. Let the Steve players start to try and get a little desperate as
Right.
I
This
pick up
is
my conversion.
this is not the 2-2 or Luigi at your local, your bracket demon who does nothing but Zair and fish for grab. He has so much else in his arsenal. And you talked about it earlier before we really got into our sets today. The way that he is able to extend off of any stray hit. Like he hits you with a nair or an up air or a down air or a back air. Like pick your favorite aerial or half of your grounded options for that matter. And he probably has a 0 to death route if he has his spacing and timing right.
Yeah, 1000% right. Like the amount of variance in this combo tree is deceptive because while they all kind of end the same, either with like a super jump punch or a Luigi cyclone or a back air, they all start so violently differently off of just about anything, as you're saying. Like it can be any aerial, and in the right spot, yeah, Raru probably has ended a stock off of it.
You know what it makes me think of? Do you remember that me Swordfighter video from, I don't know, it was a while back now, where this Swordfighter player came up with a bread and butter touch of death combo route, showed it off, and then spent like another 45 minutes of video showing how to convert into that combo route from basically every single move in Swordfighter's arsenal. That's what Raru does.
And you know what? Maybe we'll see it here. Susu swaps over to the Sword
Yeah.
Fighter counter pick, maybe wanting a little bit of versatility. But I think I remember what video you. Whoa, was that counter on the Sword Fighter? I think I remember what video you're talking about because it was the whole like back rising attack cancel back air right into up B,
hmm
and it's like okay, here's how you get off of from your throws from another back air from
From a
light
shuriken.
shuriken. Yeah.
It's terrifying. And Susu does take the first stock. We don't see any touch of death, but we do see that honest neutral. And now Raru has to be really careful because, I mean, Raru's probably seen the video. Raru probably knows what Susu's looking for.
There's there was like a small like me fighter um renaissance that happened a while back alongside that me sword fighter video because like me gunner started getting explored a lot more. Me brawler went from being considered like a gimmick to just like a legitimate top tier even if he is still gimmicky.
hmm
uh, like the Mii's have also gotten a lot of exploration lately, and this set that Susu's playing is kind of one of those ideas. Though the game is lost right there off of the Luigi combo. Like I don't hate the attempt at a counter pick because the entire idea behind me Sword Fighter now, as opposed to just like a year ago or 2 years ago,
hmm
was okay, let me try to actually use my normals. Like me Sword Fighter down tilt is really, really good. like me Swordfighter forward
Use my
air.
normals.
It's like it was crazy. It was like it was so simple, but it was so ridiculous. Like once one player started to actually develop a me Swordfighter combo tree that wasn't like tornado up B, like the entire character seemed to unlock.
And real quick, as we get into this next game, I also want to highlight, you mentioned all of the Miis. Me Gunner top 8 at a major with Lammers last week.
Yeah.
So yeah, like these characters can do it.
Everybody can. It's just, the meta is not favorable oftentimes to anybody with like a very bad a very polarizing matchup spread. You need to have a lot of answers for a lot of different tricks. And normally, having good range is a good way to answer a lot of things, but Raru's pretty used to playing around characters and players that outrange him.
Yeah, it's a game of forcing your win condition, and that's exactly what Raru does. Great usage of the F smash to get the tech chase on the first stock as well. We saw the early combos, drops it there. I think the rage was a little bit awkward, coupled with being underneath the platform, which gives Susu another opportunity to even this up. Goes for the falling up air, gets punished with an up tilt, and this is just tough.
Yeah, every moment that Susu feels like he has stage control, the little things start to go in Raru's way. Like right there, that roll in just from the corners almost worked, and a neutral get up dash in. Suddenly you're back at center, and every bit of damage that comes with any trade or lingering hitbox, frame 3 nair, frame 1 invulnerable neutral B, like all of that adds up, and it's adding up to a stock loss.
This is starting to get a little bit out of hand for Susu. I feel like Raru figured out what he was going for very quickly, by the way, on that first game of the Me Swordfighter, and is now kind of just running the show.
Yeah, it's looking absolutely insane thus far. Raru in kind of tip-top form. No matter how much shuriken or mid-range pressure you're trying to do, the Luigi game plan always finds a way to get there. It's so simple. It's so effective, but it's so simple, right? And that's kind of a core root of the frustration that I feel like a lot of players have with Luigi, but also the reason a lot of players pick him up. It's like, yeah, while neutral can be a really hard thing to work around because of Luigi's